thought this was going to be an Ultra Kill video, didn't you? With Ultra Kill reaching its full potential and Doom and Quake serving as the best examples of how it shaped the genre today, it started to continuously inspire the trend of the boomer shooter genre. Boomer shooters have become such a huge improvement in the current era of oversaturated AAA releases that every game I've looked at on Steam has managed to get better in some way, introducing new mechanics, presenting unique styles, and so on. There's never a perfect game, every game will have its own fundamental flaws, but the thing is, the more you play, the less you'll be able to list them all, because indie developers are so goddamn talented in general.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
But as I've said, this isn't an Ultra Kill video. In fact, this whole section of the video is a prelude to what's about to come. I've had Force Reboot in my library for almost a full year. I bought it full price and didn't wait for a discount. I kinda stopped playing it after a while because I've had a lot of games in my backlog that I wanted to play but never had the time to. I'm quite familiar with the boomer shooter genre, but I haven't played much of it to actually give out a proper opinionated response. And that's what Force Reboot is all about, to reignite that soul in me to finally start my passion for playing old retro-like games. Force Reboot is directly inspired by two games, which is Post Void and Ultra Kill. But the main difference is that the game's mascot is a hottie.
I need it!
Ultra Ties, Ultra Kill, Sex
Robo
waiting
Tits.
for the sex
I want to
update.
impress
What is
that
that?
tall boy made
First hand
for develop.
It's like sex, but I rather play with her sex. Ultra Kill, but really cheap, and with more sex. What is sex?
Niggas don't rap no more, they just sell clothes. So I should probably quit and start a line of bathroom somehow. Like this Siri X Siri, if I'm that nigga, should probably answer back, don't ask me stupid shit, my nigga. I'm a stone cold degenerate, working out with no membership. A minute late, you wonder where the bitches went. My manuscript, I can't handle it. Eat your ass like I'm cannabis. I show up on your screen like tele-evangelist. And I have faith that I can clap those cheeks like getting brown to your yard need more than the milkshake. But now I'm saying I'm they wanna see me fall off, but they not sprouting. I keep the cuss.
The gameplay focuses on roguelite elements, such as randomly generated levels and upgrades with special abilities. It's not rather a fully fledged roguelike, but it does borrow certain aspects from it, which is essentially what a roguelite is, and combines all of these into a movement shooter to a certain extent. Force Reboot is packed with a lot of adrenaline, speed, dopamine, and is practically an ADHD simulator that feels like a game that combines two different games into one. One of the distinct features of the game is that you're always losing health, simply due to it being inspired by Post Void. Furthermore, you're constantly reminded to move swiftly while trying to make accurate and consistent shots, making sure they land on enemies to avoid having to reboot too frequently. Standing still would drain your health quickly, so the moment you try and take a breather without actually pausing the game is the next step for stupidity in gaming. The health you've lost will eventually be restored when you finally kill an enemy by entering the next room or a safe area. This is where Ultra Kill style of movement takes a huge step. You can't take your time or be cocky. What matters most is completing said level and getting to the next objective as soon as you can. Better safe than sorry, am I right?
Better safe than sorry, better safe than sorry, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry!
While there's a bit of a slight learning curve after you play the game long enough, some third eye that's been hiding inside of your head will open up like a flower blooming in spring. It's blending in that satisfying moment of starting from the bottom and gradually getting better, feeding you this intense power surge of being overpowered. And you'll probably start to go further, progressing rapidly into the game. Dr. Kawashima's brain trading?
I knew a man who once said death smiles at us all.
Hey, screw that, just play Force Reboot instead. Now let's talk about the buffs, as every roguelite game should have. Since the store page lists over 80 plus different perks, the randomization could produce a hefty amount of choices for you to unleash. However, it comes with a huge cost. You can have a great perk only for it to be plagued with a debuff that's so terrible it will eventually become a necessity during your run. Everything is solely based upon your choices, and RNG, and how they'll determine each run. You can't expect everything to be handed to you immediately, and that's what Force Reboot does. It forces the player out of their comfort zone to start focusing on their choices, not shoving 20 sets of tutorials down your throat, making each strategy worth it. It's a minor design decision that creates a huge impact, encouraging different playstyles as you progress through the game. You become stronger and you won't have to worry about your health dropping in an instant. Once you get the hang of the movement, you'll technically be unstoppable. You're not obligated to choose a buff, you can simply skip or reroll if you beat that floor in under 45 seconds. It's a great way of reminding the player that yes, you need to go fast, unless you pick a perk that doesn't allow you to skip or reroll, forcing you to choose regardless. Despite the fact that your arsenal isn't as large as it could be, every weapon in the game feels exceptionally diverse and satisfying to use.
Christian, hype-hated, broke, no fixing them. Right, they got these raps Scythians. Try to play, they lost like Gilligan. I got the J for my babe. By the money, call me Mr. Slade. With a rap on the numeral 8. Put together like Danity Kane. Fucking feeling I'm stuck in my ways. Local niggas be stuck in their place. They don't say that shit to my face. Cause they know I take shots like clay. I wanna rock right now.
Ain't no way, God can never did shit for me. Came up off that stock, had the recipe. Now I do this for my legacy. Top over my dog gave me an extra 3.
I never once considered how terrible it would be to use this weapon. Play around with them to find what makes that thought click in your head. Everything about this game screams modernized aesthetic because there's an option in the settings to turn on a PSX filter or a VHS one, and playing in both strained my eyes so much that I had to take a break from the game. Good stuff indeed. One of my main issues with the game is the enemy AI. They're incredibly predictable and have little to no variety, and they always seem to rush you, which is great for faster kills, but sometimes you will get swarmed easily. Once you start to notice the pattern, they're easier to kill, and that doesn't give me much of a challenge. And the second thing is level diversity. It's starting to get bland looking at the same levels that can be easily looped multiple times, which is definitely a great way to not waste your entire lifespan trying to build more levels, but at this point I wouldn't argue on this that much since this is a roguelike. Did you notice that little counter there at the top right corner of your screen? At first, I thought it was his score counter for doing neat little tricks, but it's literally a multiplier for you to gain momentum by sliding, jumping, dashing, stomping, or ground slamming, and getting kills. While it does explain in the tutorial that sliding is crucial, I didn't really find myself ever wondering what that is. This can be easily abused to the point where it doesn't really require that much skill, but rather than spamming whatever keys to increase your speed, which is good, I guess. Yeah, but for the long term, I would find it a bit unnecessary. A small little nitpick would be, let me see my legs. I love first person legs. Let me see them, please. Please let me see them. And workshop support for custom arena levels, that would be really cool to see. It's a long shot, but I like to dream, you know. After you finish the game, you'll probably be thinking to yourself, is there any more content? The answer is yes. There's the rush mode where your health drains faster but every door is opened, endless, it's self-explanatory, and then arena. I found arena interesting as a nice place to test every buff and see what combination works. So if I do eventually find that 0.0023% chance of encountering that same buff, I can mix and match, But really, all these game modes are pretty much for the replayability. It's bare bones, sure, but it's quite enough for a game that's being developed by a solo developer. I don't think I've expressed how much fun I've had in the arena mode. There's also an easy mode, by the way, that disables health loss, but you wouldn't enable it, would you? You would play as the game intended, right? The main point of the game is to beat your score and others on the leaderboard because being competitive is fun, or just become a speedrunner straight away.
I've been a speedrunner for years, and a gamer for even longer.
For a game that's only $2.99, actually $3, which is the equivalent of $9 in where I'm staying, the amount of content generally fits the price of the game. It's not much, but as soon as it gets out of early access, that's probably when the game's gonna start to shine. But seeing how far Force Reboot has come is truly an amazing gift that the developer has provided for us, and we should be thankful, even grateful about the fact that a game this cheap is occasionally discounted. I'm thrilled for the dev's future project, and even though I don't have enough money to afford it later on, having only a couple of cents to my name, I send them my best wishes.
What a shame.
Do I recommend Force Reboot? Yeah. Hell yeah. It's action-packed and full of moments that will make you question your entire existence and sanity, but you're simply buying a poor man's version of Ultra Kill. It's definitely a game you can come back from a long, exhausting day and hop on easily without any hassle. My final score is 8 out of 10. It's certainly worth it, and the
Replay value.
is somewhat plausible. Don't treat the game as a full product yet, it's more like an extended demo. It's still got potential, the execution's right there. It just needs time to be perfected properly, and the developer is probably working as hard as they can to push an update. Hopefully not for the next decade or so. If you do plan on reviewing it as well, then give some genuine criticism to help improve the game. This is an early access review. Once the game is fully complete, I'll obviously make a follow-up that will be much longer than this video. If the devs watching this, then how was my review? Did I do good? Did I do bad? Let me know.
How come you're staring like you don't know what it's for?